So I've always been a very large fan of the AK47, just in general, not even in video games. With that being said, I tend to go first for the AK47 in each Call of Duty game gold due to my favorability of the platform. And I know most of you guys watching this video are going to call me a measly, greasy ape for using this very primitive form of weaponry, but I do not care. It is my favorite, and I still have fun doing so. To further strengthen my initial proposal of why the AK-47 is better than the AR-15 platform, we can take a look by this very, very intelligently put together diagram on why I think, wait, opinions aren't a thing in 2020. Shit. Anyway, with personal preferences aside and opinions aside, I'm going to show you my loadout for the AK-47 that I use in Call of Duty Cold War and how I managed to get it gold so fast. So initially, when you're going for gold skins in Call of Duty Cold War, you're going to have to adapt to the different challenges that they have to offer in this game, which can be quite annoying and, quite frankly, is very frustrating. One of the main factors on why it's so frustrating is the spotted objective for these skins. So to counter this, for the Flora camo base, you're going to need a lot of spotting or stunning materials inside of your class. That's why I decided to go with Tac Mask, Quartermaster, and Ghost. So the Tac Mask is great because you're going to be throwing stuns, and likely everyone else on the other team is going to be throwing stuns too, because why not? And Quartermaster is just great because whenever you use Field Mic, you're going to be recharging it after every 25 seconds. And I always throw on Ghost on every single one of my classes just because I like sneaking up on people. For the attachments in this class, you're going to be wanting to run the Gunfighter card. This card allows you to fully equip your weapon in every single attachment that is available for that weapon. In equipping the Gunfighter card, you're going to be have the availability of having 8 different attachments on your rifle. The first one is going to be your sight. Now, this is personal preference, but of course I love the Cobra sight. This is pretty much goes for every game. I know a lot of people don't really like this sight, but I tend to enjoy it, and it works well with the platform and has good ADS speeds. Just try to avoid sights that have really high zoom and very low ADS speeds, because that is going to hinder progress. But like I said, this is just personal preference for me and what got me gold the quickest. Next, we're going to be going on to the KGB Eliminator muzzle brake, and this is, to me, one of the best muzzle brakes for vertical recoil. Very good control, and you guys will see the results on how it handles vertical recoil whenever you equip it. For the barrel, we're going to be doing the VDV Reinforced. It is a 18.2 inch barrel, and there's really nothing much to say about this. It makes your bullet velocity go up, and it makes you a little bit slower in some places, but the effect is almost just non-existent, at least when you're playing. Next, we're going to be going over the Tiger Team Spotlight. This is literal wall hacks. I am not joking. Anytime you see an enemy, even in a considerable distance away, you're going to see a red dot. This just helps you see other people. It's just way more viable than any other laser sight, I think, in this game. It does need a nerf. It's very, very broken in some cases. There's been people that I had no idea were there, and the only thing that showed them was the red dot, and you just shoot towards the red dot and you end up killing them. For the grip, we're going to go with the Spetsnaz grip. Nothing much to say about this. This helps with recoil, and it's also one of the more speedier grips. I mean, there's really nothing much else to say about the grip. It's just a foregrip. Now, moving on to the magazine, we're going to be doing the VDV 50 round. This is a very, very fast reloading magazine, and it also has a 50 round capacity, so what more could you want? Moving on to the wrap, we're going to be doing the Serpent wrap. This is giving me the best ADS times that I've seen within the game, using other different wraps and whatnot. This one has been proven to be the most reliable for this loadout. And lastly, we are going to be equipping the KGB skeletal stock. So this one's kind of personal preference as well. I prefer the skeletal stock over no stock. I've seen a lot of people run very similar builds to mine with no stock at all, but I don't really think it's really worth the initial amount of speed you really gain over stability. That's just my personal take on it, but go through the stats, see what you like. My preference is the KGB skeletal stock, and it is my suggestion for this build. Moving on to the score streaks. For Flora, you are going to want to spot enemies on your radar and kill them. That increases your initial progress towards that camo. So really the only thing you need to be running in your score streaks at most times is the UAV. The other two, have at it, put whatever you want. But yeah, overall this build is pretty solid. I was pretty happy with how this build turned out. I didn't really discover this build until a little bit later down my camo grind, mainly because I was very, very sick and tired of how my other builds were going. And when I found this one out, it really did boost my progress towards the gold camo. Now, of course, with every single build you're going to see on YouTube, they're not guaranteed results. It's all based on how you play in all actuality. This is just one of the best, the more well-rounded setups for the AK47, and I know a lot of people in this game like using it. The reason I harp so much on the Flora skins is mainly just because it's the more difficult category of skins to fully obtain. That was the longest one that I was stuck on, so I had to adapt a little bit and came up with this. Overall though, I'm happy with it. It is my first gun that I've gotten gold in Call of Duty Cold War. It was also my first gun I got gold in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. But yeah, that really does sum this video up. If you guys want to see more loadout types like this, just let me know down in the comment sections. Or if you'd rather see other content, just let me know and I'll consider all possibilities. I think I've rambled on long enough, so if you guys did enjoy this video, please do subscribe. It helps me gain more of a community together, so we can start coming up with better ideas and more ideas for the content in the foreseeable future. With that, I will see you guys in the next one.